You know those moments when you start a simple seasonal project and then 3 days later you've created a brand new full-time job for yourself? Yeah, well, that's where I am this week. I'm Naomi Wells, and together with my husband Chris, we created Wells Devotionals, books and journals designed to help you stay rooted in faith, no matter what life brings. So every November, I make a gratitude garland. Usually it's nothing complicated, just some store-bought leaves, a bit of twine, and each day we write something we're thankful for and pin it up. Simple, meaningful, and manageable. But this year, after too much late-night scrolling, I decided to get fancy. I decided to use real leaves, the kind that actually fell from a tree, with those beautiful shades of amber and red that just feel alive. So I initially read that it takes just 3 days to preserve them, and I thought, 3 days? Easy. Well, now we're on day 6, and we're still not done yet. First I had to buy the glycerine solution, and thank goodness for Amazon Prime overnight delivery. Then I had to find the right container, take over the entire kitchen counter, and then get cracking. Most of the leaves actually took 4 days and not 3 days as promised. Some even took 5, and a few of them, honestly, they still might be in denial that the season's changed. And then, no one told me that it then took 2 days for all these leaves to dry. And because apparently I can't stop there, I took the leftover glycerin solution and started preserving gerbera daisies, those bright, cheerful flowers that just make any room feel happier. I read that they can take up to 2 weeks to preserve, so that's where we are at the moment, in the midst of the 2 weeks of waiting, checking, and hoping they come out looking less like a kindergarten project and more like a blessing. And while all that's been going on, I've also planted my seasonal amaryllis bulbs, ready for the festive season. There's something so lovely about that rhythm, putting something into the soil and trusting it'll bloom when it's time, hopefully during the Christmas week. And that process feels really grounding to me. It's slow, it's quiet, and it's a little bit of faith in practice. And that's really what this week has felt like to me, a reminder that not everything has to happen fast. Sometimes gratitude takes time to grow. Sometimes thankfulness isn't a rush of joy, it's a quiet waiting. Like those bulbs underground or those leaves drying slowly on the counter. You can't hurry certain kinds of beauty, not if you want it to last. So yes, this week I've been a total Garland overachiever. I spent far too many hours watching leaves dry. But it's also been kind of peaceful, because while I'm waiting for them, I've been thinking about how God often does that with us. He lets the process take time. He lets us sit, soak, change colour, shed old leaves, and only then does he hang us back up new and beautiful, in a place where we can reflect in his light again. That's what I really want this rooted at home season to feel like. Less about perfection, more about presence. Less about finishing the craft, more about remembering why we're grateful in the first place. So in tomorrow's Rooted at Home video on YouTube, you'll be able to see our family's gratitudes on our garland. And for today, I just wanted to sit here, share a little laugh about my overambitious garland adventure, and remind you, slow progress is still progress. If your week's been more drying leaves on the counter than finishing the garland, that's okay. You're growing roots even when you can't see them. So may your weekend be peaceful, your leaves dry quickly, and your heart stay rooted in gratitude. We'll see you next week, but in the meantime, stay rooted.